It's about sending a message.
It's about sending a message.
That's what they care about, is they are going to get LANs just nerfed into the absolute ground.
And increasing your PR by like 1,000%, because both Sgrape and Machete are like PR 50 and 20 or something.
Look at how split up everybody is in this game!
And Machete is orange!
The camera had to zoom out so far, and then you just see Sgrape fall seconds into the game, completely demolished and soloed by Wess.
That is not optimal. And Machete is soon to follow down on that second stock as well. And you see
right there, Wess was smart enough to hit that signature and send his opponent, or his teammate, towards the middle of the stage rather than towards the edge. Oh, Sgrape.
Oh, this is not good.
Sgrape, this is not looking good for you, brother. You have taken so much damage, taken off the top. Wess is dominating. That is all 3 KOs on this first stock. Man's not even red yet.
This is quite a showing so far from Wess and Lores.
Dude, he still wants to go in, too.
He still wants to go, dude. He's not finished. It's not done until I say it's done.
Yeah, I don't know who the basketball player was in the interview with Zip. I'm trying to appeal to you, man, when he said, "Job's not finished."
Job's not
I
finished.
think it was Kobe.
Oh, big combo coming up
Oh,
from Sgrape
that's
and
huge.
Machete, though. That's not so many hits, but I'm almost surprised that they weren't able to find a knockout out of that many hits.
But if they're able to force Lores onto final stock relatively soon, they're going to find themselves in a good spot. But Sgrape is out of the game. Less than a minute and 45 seconds into it, Machete is finding himself all by himself.
Oh my god! And what a way to finish it off, huh?
That was crazy.
That is precision.
That was disgusting.
That is
dude.
precision.
You didn't have to do that, man.
Yeah, that was completely uncalled for. There was literally no reason to do that other than, looks really cool.
He's like, Wess, you picked up too many KOs here. A D-Sig, yoink! Add that one to my tally mark now.
Exactly.
Wow, that was complete domination. But that's, again, we've talked about that a lot this tournament. It's just game one. That's sometimes how game ones can go.
It is sometimes how game ones can go. And Sgrape and Machete.
Dude, I saw Sgrape get sent to the left by Machete, and I thought I was flashback into game one. I thought it was going to be the same thing again. He finds himself over edge guarded on the right. He's able to get back to the main stage, but he's still taking damage here. There was a good interrupt from Machete, though. Dude, Sgrape is taking so much damage so quickly. He's in the red. Lores.
Double lands here.
Lores taking a lot of damage, too. Sgrape, he gets back to the stage after throwing his weapon away.
Nice side sig. Committing to the offstage as well against Lores. He has Machete on top just in case if things go south. Sgrape is going to get knocked out by Wesley, though, as Wesley is freshly back.
I just realized Machete is taking like next to no damage compared to everybody else in this game. So his survivability may be the linchpin that they need.
Machete is like one of the best players when it comes to like tanking. And it's also one of the reasons I think he goes on Sorola, to really hone in on that skill.
That's like, honestly, that's one of the reasonably few reasons to play Sorolan.
Yeah, there's not many. There's really not many. But I mean, Machete is making it work, and he is showing he's showing what Sorolan is capable of.
Ooh, Sgrape. Dude, he's going to have to tank so many hits while also doing a ton of damage, the way Sgrape is taking a bunch of damage here. Wess kind of doing the same thing. Oh, nice spot dodge there from Machete.
Yeah, the spot dodge is massive.
Put on a final stocks.
Spot dodge into the D-Light. Sear. And Machete is still on 3 stocks. We're talking barbecue red HP at this point. And that is finally Machete losing their stop. Sgrape still, now already on their last stock. They need to find these knockouts fairly soon. They are the double lands.
I mean, if they grab these knockouts, all of a sudden they're in an incredible spot. That weapon spawn might have kept Lores from actually going into that D-Sig, but he also might have seen it coming and actually just fast fell back over onto the wall. If they get Lores, they're in a really good spot because of Machete.
Yeah, whenever Lores is on the ground, like grounded with a bow, that's where Lores really likes to be. Lores has a lot of control over his enemies above him. What? That's...
Sidelight in the down air, sending Wess off stage. Loris comes
God.
over for a little bit of relief.
Oh, Wess could have been out there. Wess had no options left. And both Machete and Sgrape were in like prime positions to just throw out the air. But now it's a 2v1 against Machete. He has 2 stocks. But how much will that matter when you're in a 2v1 against Loris and Wess? I said earlier, Loris and Wess, they rarely lose these 2v1s.
Oh, I saw him like holding that, and I was like, oh no, Loris is going to get punished here. But then Wess was, of course, there, able to cover his teammate, gets the stock away eventually from Machete. Yeah, this is just going to be really tough because he's going to likely struggle to get a weapon spawn as well. One comes up high in the middle. Loris snakes it away after it actually made connection with the ground. You see Machete playing around those soft platforms. Thankful he's on the Miami Dome so he can use those. Doesn't just have to rely over on the wall.
Getting closer and closer to finding this knockout now. Machete is just trying to poke them away from him. And as we said, as the damage builds up, any hit he gets will throw away the enemy very, very far. And there it is, he has a 1v1 opportunity, and he gets the Sair as well. Now's the offstage. The D-Sig doesn't connect though. The punish comes out, but Machete with the wake up. And he just keeps finding these hits. He's finding hit after hit after hit. But eventually it does all fall apart. He's offstage, unarmed against Loris and Wess, and you don't want to be in that spot. That's 2-0 on the board. An incredibly good attempt by Machete. Dude. But Loris and Wess, they don't lose those.
That was so close.
It was so stressful.
Machete played that so well. I think a lot of that was like Wess putting a lot of respect on a Machete. Like it looked like Wess was playing reasonably nervous. There were some follow-ups when Loris was getting hit that he wasn't there for because he wasn't close enough. And like I think he was nervous for good reason because we saw what Machete did. But giving Machete that room gave him what he needed to almost be successful in that 2v1.
Yeah. Yeah, Machete is definitely one of the best players in a 1v2 situation as well. It really was just a clash of insane forces here, which, you know, is what you would expect. We're top 3 in a LAN now.
When we're this deep.
We're this deep. Still no legend swaps from what I can see from the player POV here.
I don't think there's any reason to.
In general, like throughout the entire tournament, there's been almost no legend swaps. Like at what point did we see a legend swap? We saw someone swap to Thor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else?
I think that's it.
We saw Godly swap.
Oh, yeah.
We also saw Wess swap from Rayman now on Ateska.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, even so, that's
not many.
Very many.
That's not many.
I expect to see more in one.
We're seeing like 16 best of 5s right now. There's like 3 legend swaps. 16 best of 5s, how many games is that? A lot.
6, that's got to be 80?
Yeah, something like that.
5, yeah, that's 80. Okay. Red team completely split up in the beginning of this one, but they're not as successful as they were the previous time that the camera had to zoom out this much to include everybody on the screen.
Since the game started, Machete and Sgrape have been sandwiching Loris and Wess. Like, they haven't been able to get much success in terms of combos and stuff out of it, but they have really good positioning so far.
So because Wess and Loris are up 2-0, Sgrape and Machete have to win 3 games in a row. That's going to bounce off the stage, take away some of the momentum.
Those Tezga signatures, bro.
Oh, dude.
They're so crazy, and that's probably another knockout.
Yup.
Super, super clean sequence there from Loris and Wess.
But Loris, extremely red. I believe Wess is pretty red himself as well, especially, oh yeah, if Sgrape wants to grab a sidelight side air, the turnaround recovery doesn't actually make the connection enough to find the KO, didn't find enough damage on it to find the KO, but they eventually grab it, and Sgrape already has 2 KOs on this one, evened it up pretty solid.
Evening it out, indeed. I'm always so nervous when I see 4 players that close to the edge. Like, literally, truly anything can happen in the span of like 10 seconds. That's going to be Sgrape going down, though. Okay. The stress is building up.
I mean, every time I see a boots down air on an opponent that's in orange, it's like, okay, you're basically in red because they're going to find 1 or 2 follow-ups after that, and it's going to be over, especially if Wess is the one edge guarding. And
Sgrape, he needs to sustain this stock for as long as possible right now. He doesn't want to put Machete in the same spot that he put him in last game. The 1v2. Machete probably already doubting his abilities of being able to reverse a situation like that. But this time around, maybe they can do so with the enemies being a little bit more damaged. It's not over yet. Sgrape just needs to be very safe. But that is going to be Machete losing their buffer stock. And now Sgrape.
Sgrape did have a soft platform to get over to, so the red team wasn't able to put as much pressure out on him as they could while Machete was spawning back in.
Yeah.
Sgrape taken out of the game. This is going to be so tough for Machete, and he has to win this. Not to win the set, but just to get the chance to play another game and not go out in third place.
And this is going to be a slow 2v1. This is a big...
I don't know if it's going to be slow about
that, dude! Oh, they went for the side stick as well! It didn't connect, though. It doesn't matter. He gets the delayed Sair. That's so much damage, but it's not a knockout just yet.
Dude, Roland, the reason you play Roland, it's over.
A 3-0.
Wess and Lores, Polly!
Into the grand finals, and that is it. The run is over. Sgrape and Machete, it's a run for the ages. It's a run for the history books.
Absolutely.
But it's going to be Wess and Lores to put it to an end.
I know that it's